We needed a little bit of rain, but we needed more than just what we got. Cloud cover is all the moisture we have left at the moment, and that's what's keeping us very mild. We're at 69 in Springfield, 65 in Troy, 68 in Springboro. Widen things out to show you what's left of that area of low pressure that brought us that one lone attempt of rain. And still we have that opportunity of a stray shower today, but don't expect much out of this. This area of low pressure falls apart just as expected as it runs into that area of high pressure, and we clear out the skies by Thursday and heat it back up. But we have another good chance of rain. We just have to be patient. I know we've been patient for so long, weeks now. And by Monday, we have a cold front that's actually going to cool us down and increase our rain chance to a more reasonable level of 40%. We have weather and traffic every 10 minutes, rain for 30 days. Here's the area of low pressure that we've been talking about that brought us that little bit of rain chance overnight and early this morning. That's since died back. Most of it is in the mid-Atlantic, pushing through Baltimore, up into Jersey, and then back really up into Pennsylvania and then into New England. But by the time it gets here, or what's left of it, a lot of it falls apart. High pressure's been so in control that it dries up everything, even the cloud cover. So we had that cloud cover yesterday. It was nice. We didn't have the beating sun on top of us, but the clouds this morning, what keeps us warm in the 60s. And if you're not in the 60s, you're in the upper 50s. Right now, 63 in Urbana, 65 in Troy, 59 in Greenville. But again, live Doppler 7 is dry. There's more rain in the forecast. We just have to be patient. And I know we've been patient for 30 plus days. But here we are Monday with a 40% shot of rain. Going into Tuesday, that rain chance will heighten as well. Now, mind you, we are 5 days out. This can and will likely still change, but it's something to talk about. One. Two, we need it, so we're hopeful. We have a little bit of faith here where rain chances will be heightened. But as for now, we have to be, again, patient. We have to wait. And there's that chance of a stray shower today around noon. Otherwise, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy at times, keeping our temperatures still very warm in the mid-80s. Going into Thursday morning, if we do wind up with a little bit of rain near the surface for quite a few of us, then we bring in the chance for some patchy, dense fog. But most of us look like it's going to be an okay morning. We clear out the skies. Again, we'll heat it back up into the mid to upper 80s, feeling more like summer than fall. And fall, by the way, starts this weekend, in case you didn't know. As for rainfall totals, 1/100 of an inch. That's it. But we will again bring in a better chance into next week, which is why we're highlighting green. Finally, the Climate Prediction Center says we have a heightened probability or above normal probability of rainfall here within the next 8 to 14 days. It's a nice change of pace. But again, we haven't had any rain for the last week. So the severe drought that's in place along I-75 and back east will spread across the entire Miami Valley with the latest update that'll come out tomorrow. Here's your next 7 days of the coastline. So will it make its way here? The answer is no. All of it's staying out that way. We do tap into, again, the chance of a stray shower today, but otherwise partly to mostly cloudy. Live Doppler 7 dry. We talked about the clouds holding in the heat, and there it is. A lot of us still in the 60s. 68 in Bellefontaine, 64 in Troy. Good morning. 63 degrees in Eaton and 59 in Greenville. Rain chances. We've hardly had any. Measurable rain, that is. 1/100 of an inch or less, 30 consecutive days. It stopped yesterday. Well, we don't have the full total yet. It's estimated, and right now it's about 1/100 of an inch there in Dayton. But otherwise, we are drying things out for at least the next 4 days. And then there's hope for more rain. And we'll take it. A 40% shot on Monday. And this go around is a little more promising. We've got an area of low pressure that's going to set up across the plains, and it's a cold front. So it gives us the opportunity to cool down as we head into the true fall season. The autumnal equinox starts Sunday. We'll talk about it here in a minute. There's the rain chance on Futurecast at noon today. Specks of green, but don't expect it. And once we move into the evening, again, partly cloudy skies going to be the storyline. And if we do get a little bit of rain, those of us who do, We'll wind up with some patchy fog tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we'll clear it out and heat it up into the 80s yet again. But again, rainfall totals only about 1/100th of an inch. We do plan on staying above normal for rainfall amounts. I know. Blows my mind too after I just said yesterday that it looks like we're going to be below normal, but the Climate Prediction Center says that we are going to be above normal here within the next week's time to help us out with the drought. It's not going to get rid of it, but it will help. Right now, I-75 East dealing with this severe drought, but that will likely push further west because we haven't had any rain over the last 7 days. So here's to hoping that that rain chance holds. Attempt for rain. This area of low pressure that started off the Atlantic to the latter part of the morning and into the afternoon. We're left with that high eating apart the moisture yet again. So a few clouds expected this morning, maybe a brief shower if we're lucky later today. Otherwise, the heat still hanging around. We're waiting for a cold front to move through to reinforce some cooler air, bring us back into the fall mode as fall officially starts on Sunday. Live Doppler 7, not showing any rain, but again, the cloud cover, really the extent of our moisture. And what that is doing is keeping us in the 60s for quite a few of us. And if you're not in the 60s, you're in the 50s. 57 in Greenville, 68 in Bellefontaine. Tell the difference, who has a little more cloud cover, who doesn't? Well, that cloud cover will dissipate through the weekend and we'll heat it back up. Fall officially starts Sunday, and it won't feel like it. But we do have a cold front coming in Monday, and what that will do is increase our rain chance and, again, bring in some cooler air. But we're really looking forward to the rain chance. Now, mind you, we're 5 days out, and that can still change, and I'm sure it will. But at least there's some hope. We bring in Futurecast to show you that opportunity of a stray shower today. A few specks of green there at noon. Otherwise, the sun's shining down on us, and we're back into the mid-80s today. Holding on to an opportunity of a stray shower tomorrow morning, maybe some light drizzle and some patchy fog if we do get a shower today. But otherwise, don't expect it. Again, most of us will be dry. It'll be hot yet again tomorrow. Rolling into your Friday, we'll heat it up even more, even into Saturday and Sunday. So rainfall totals over the next 24 hours or so, we bring in about 1/100th of an inch if we're lucky. But that all changes. Finally, we're highlighted in green, which means the Climate Prediction Center says that we have a very small probability of being above normal when it comes down to precipitation over the next 2 weeks, but above normal nonetheless. Will it help the drought? The answer is no, because the last week we haven't had any rain, so this won't be pretty when we come into tomorrow. And to set updates around 9 o'clock in the morning. Along I-75 and east, that is a severe drought that will expand back over into Indiana. And in fact, parts of the Miami Valley will likely tap into the red, which would be extreme drought because we're over 3 inches below where we should be of rain since June 1st. All right, here's your next 7 days. Storm Center 7-day forecast is hanging out in the mid-Atlantic, right off of the coastline, trying to head up toward Long Island. We won't tap into it. Maybe a stray shower, but most, if not all of us, remain dry. A lot of it is cloud cover. What you're seeing on Live Doppler 7 this morning, the greens and the blues, just ground clutter. Again, a lot of this is just cloud cover that's keeping our temperatures mild as we step out the door. We are in the 50s and 60s. It's 67 in Dayton, 64 in Eaton, 61 in Urbana. Some of us in the 50s, Greenville 59. But we're heating it up as we dry things out again through the weekend. By the way, Sunday is the first day of fall. Doesn't feel like it, but there's a cold front on the way, and that will increase our rain chances on Monday and into Tuesday, about a 40% shot. But until then, we wait. We have the chance of a stray shower today on Futurecast there at noon. Otherwise, clearing the skies out, heating it back up into the mid to upper 80s. We'll keep partly cloudy skies around through the overnight and tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of patchy fog if we do get the rain, but most of us, again, staying dry. Rainfall totals only amounting to 1/100th of an inch, if any at all, and that's just with this one lone system. Now, the Climate Prediction Center finally has us highlighted in green. What does that mean? It means that we have a very small chance of being above normal when it comes down to rainfall over the next 8 to 14 days. Will it get rid of the drought? No, but it will help. Now, the latest drought monitor that came out last Thursday. We'll get an update tomorrow around 9 o'clock in the morning. But the likelihood of the severe drought pushing further west is pretty high because we haven't had any measurable rain of at least 1/100th of an inch or more. And so Here we are watching the severe drought likely to become extreme, with the reds that you're seeing start to push into some of our easternmost counties again tomorrow. Here's what's going on over the next 7 days. Storm Center 7-day forecast showing you that